Welcome to UAPB Currents. I'm your host, SHELLEY INGRAM, and today joining us we have Ms. Alex Pritchett, who is the principal at St. Joseph's Catholic School. Welcome to UAPB Currents.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right, now to begin, tell us a little bit about St. Joseph's Catholic School. What is the purpose of the school and what drives St. Joseph's?
Well, we are a Catholic elementary, middle, and high school. We service grades 5 through 12. We are sponsored by St. Joseph Catholic Church. We are a college preparatory school, so again, we have grades 5 through 12, and we are basically here to serve and educate kids in the Catholic tradition, to provide a quality education and to prepare kids to make them scholars for the 21st century.
Okay, now when you say to educate children in the Catholic tradition, what exactly does that mean?
Well, we want to educate kids, body, mind, spirit, all three of those components. We feel those are very important to get kids ready for the 21st century. We start every day with prayer. We have a mass once a week, so we feel that's important. One of our graduation requirements is that kids perform community service throughout the year. So kids are exposed to the community, they become very involved in the community, and that's all grades. So by the end of the year, they have that component. We have a rigorous curriculum. We're on a 7-point grading scale. Okay. So when kids fulfill their requirements, they have a rigorous academic program so that they're prepared when they go out into the post-secondary environment that they choose, that they're ready for that real-world environment. We have a blended curriculum. We expose them to technology, hands-on. Our small class teacher-student ratio allows teachers to really get to know students really well. They know their families, they know their backgrounds, they know their teaching styles, their learning styles. So they really form that bond that allows them to really get to know them really well so that they're prepared when they go out into the world and decide to do whatever they choose to do.
Okay. All right, now tell us a little bit about your support staff and the teachers and faculty and staff at St. Joseph's Catholic School.
Well, we have a great support system. We have a wonderful teaching faculty. We have a great secretary when you walk in, makes you feel so welcome. We have a librarian. We have a webmaster. We have a wonderful academic advisor. We all work together and collaborate to really get to know these students, to learn their needs, to learn their families, so that we can create programs of success so that when we get a student in, we learn their backgrounds, we learn their needs, so that we can fulfill a plan so that we can get them where they need to be to go out into this world, to be prepared academically, socially, emotionally, so they're ready to go into that next step when they graduate. So all of us work together collaboratively. We're unified. The kids are unified. We're small in number, but we're great in heart. And so that's what's so neat about having that small environment, that small class size. Right. And we're so supportive, and that's a great blessing to be able to go into an environment like that.
Okay, all right. Now, what exactly is about your student-teacher ratio and your school size and class size for the different
classes
grades?
are between 10 and 15 at maximum, so that's smaller than the traditional classroom size. So it allows teachers to really get to know their students, to really get to know their backgrounds, their learning styles, their successes, their challenges. So you really get to go, really deep into those backgrounds, and then, learn what you need to move forward. Right. So that's really helpful for those individual students.
Okay. Now, for years, there's been debates about public schools versus private school, and St. Joseph's Catholic School is a private institution. What, in your opinion, are the advantages of private school over public school?
Well, you have a strong academic background. You have, for our school in particular, you have a 7-point grading scale, so you have a rigorous academic environment. For us, we have, like I said, we focus on community service. So every student every year has 36 hours of community service, and most students go above that. So we focus on mind, body, and spirit to educate the whole child, not just focused on academics completely. the parents get really involved, so you form that bond with the student. It's not just a number, it's not just a small fish in a big pond. The students really get to know their teachers, their parents, the community members. So to me, that's really important in this environment.
Okay, and now as far as the community service projects go, what are some of the types of community service projects or some of the places that your students tend to be able to go out and work?
Well, for instance, we did something before Christmas called Candemonium, where kids brought in canned goods and raised money for a local neighbor-to-neighbor program. And then National Honor Society had kids normally wear uniforms, and we allowed them to have a dress down day, and they raised some money for a local charity in town, things like that.
Yeah.
So there's little things here and there where they raise money or they give their time and effort, so it's not just about academics every day, because we want them to really get out and reach the community in ways that they can.
Okay, now as far as you all being a Catholic school, do students have to be from a Catholic background or practicing Catholic religion to be a part of your school?
No, not at all. And one of the things that we really embrace at our school is our diversity. Not only our students, but our staff. We're very diverse. So we embrace students of all backgrounds, of all creeds, in religion and in your ethnicity. So that's very important to us. We believe that everyone's created uniquely, and we embrace that and we celebrate it. So you do not have to be Catholic to attend at our school. You can be any background, any religion, any ethnicity. So we encourage that. We have a diversity club, matter of fact, that meets once a month as a part of other clubs that celebrates that. So it's not only just a Catholic school.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, great. Now, for any interested families, how do they find out about the school? I know you said about you have a webmaster. So I guess you guys have a great functioning website that people can go out to.
Yeah, they can call the school. They can go to our website and find out information. But basically all they have to do is either call the main number or go to our website, and information on our website. They fill out an application, and then they basically schedule an interview. And we look at your transcript and set down a time just to talk and find out why you want to come and those kinds of things. And we look at your transcript, and it's not a complicated process. Right. We have an open house on February 12th where we invite the community to come and see the school. We're going to have classroom demonstrations, some really neat things going on. February 9th, we're going to have a booth at Pines Mall with some students. So we have a lot of community events coming up where we invite the community to come see us. We'd love to share some of our information and just celebrate what we're doing at our school and our successes with the community.
Okay, all right. We're going to go to break, and when we come back, then we're going to talk, I want to talk a little bit more about some of the types of classes and programs, clubs, those types of things that you have for your students, so that the community can find out all about St. Joseph's Catholic School. Okay, we'll be right back after this on UAPB Currents.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
That's low, that's low, that's low.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextsstopwrecks.org.
Welcome back to UAPB Currents, and again we're joined by Mrs. Alex Pritchett, who is the principal at St. Joseph's Catholic School, and we've had the opportunity to talk a little bit about the school and your staff. And now let's talk about the most important part of your school, the reason that you're there, the students that you serve. So we talked a little bit before the break about the fact that you all have a diverse group of students, but while also having a small number on campus. Now, do you all try to maintain below, a max number, or
not necessarily,
so that you won't go over a certain size in class?
Not necessarily, and actually we would encourage, we're wanting to boost enrollment, quite frankly. So yes, if you're interested, please come and see us. We would love to have you right now. Yeah, we're doing a Join the Pack enrollment recruitment campaign right now, so we would love to see any interested party to come
and join the pack, because your mascot is...
It's a husky, yeah. So a pack of huskies. So you'll see a lot of our students have husky shirts, and our team, basketball team just finished their season, is going to state for the Huskies. So that's what the Join the Pack means.
Okay. Now, while we're, on that subject, let's talk a little bit about student extracurriculars and I guess your school spirit and how that is among your students.
Well, school spirit is just amazing. Like we said, small number but great in spirit. Matter of fact, we have a little 5th grader who is just amazing. Every time we have an assembly, you can hear him louder than anybody. Go Huskies! So it's just amazing, the school spirit that you can have, especially when you have a smaller setting like that. It's really neat to see the students alive with their school spirit. Yeah.
And about the extracurriculars, other than basketball, you said you all do basketball.
We have volleyball, we have track, we have cross country, baseball. So there's lots of opportunities for sports if you're interested in that arena. We had golf. We had a state champion in golf this year. Okay. And if there's interest, depending upon the level, if kids are interested in tennis, we could offer that. We didn't really have an interest this year. There was softball last year. If there's an interest, we could offer that this year. So it just depends also on student interest level. We have the ability to coach it. It's just if there's interest as well.
Okay, all right. So the students and parents actually get an opportunity to participate or, voice their opinions about some of the classes that you offer?
Well, and some of the things that we offer. As an example, this year we kind of piloted a new lunch program, and I used a survey to guide that. So we sent it out on our, our website. I created a new website as I came in this year with the new webmaster, and that's been phenomenal. And one of the things I pushed was, let's see what the students and parents want with this new lunch program, and that went over really well. So we love to kind of gauge what they need and want and assess that as we go along, because if you don't have the students and you don't have the parents engaged with my philosophy, it's kind of not really worth it, and it's not kind of guiding where we're at. So I'm constantly monitoring and asking teachers, students kind of where we're at. We sent out a survey probably 3 months ago, parent survey, to see where we were at, academics, extracurriculars, perception of the school, and that went over really well as well, to kind of guide exactly where we were, because perception is reality. Right. So I'm constantly monitoring to see kind of where we're at and assessing those kinds of things. So that's really important to me as an administrator.
Okay, and that's awesome. Now, tell us a little bit about the types of courses offered. I know we talked a little bit during the break about the fact that you all have more credit hour requirements for graduation than in a public school. And we talked about the fact that, it's just an extra math or history, but some of those courses are courses that aren't necessarily offered in public schools.
Well, our students graduate with an average of 28 to 30 credits, and we're accredited by ANSAA, the Arkansas National Association of Non-Public Schools. So when students graduate from here, like I said, they have an average of 28 to 30 credit, high school credits, and those range anywhere from calculus, pre-calculus, those types of things, anatomy, sociology, just depends on what's offered that year. But because we don't have every single end of course test that a public school might offer, it allows us to have more freedom in our curriculum. Now we do standardized tests, we do PSAT, ACT, Stanford 10, those kinds of things. But we are also, because we're still testing to make sure we're right on target with where we need to be. Right. But because we also don't have those public school parameters, we also have more freedom than in our curriculum to offer those other classes that maybe a public school can't because they have other requirements. And we're covered under a different monitoring system, which is ANSAA, which we don't have those core requirements.
Right. And so what are some of the, I guess, as far as the arts and those types of courses that you offer?
Well, this year we have a fine arts class that the kids are in, and right now actually they're in an arts class, some of the kids are, and they're doing, we have some of the kids that are displaying art that's actually getting ready for our open house, and it's amazing. I know one of the kids was just kind of doodling, and she told her teacher, oh, I'm just going to throw it away, and it's beautiful now that she's done it. They're actually going to have some of it hung and displayed for our open house. It's amazing. She was like, oh, I'm just going to throw that away, and the teacher was like, you can't. It's beautiful, and so it's amazing when you tap into some of that creativity that the kids have. Also, our 5th and 6th graders were involved in some art classes as well. So we're trying to cover the gamut, exposing kids to creativity and taking them up that Bloom's ladder of higher level thinking. Because once you tap into that creative side, it opens up all other doors that some of them, aren't really used to being exposed to. They don't know, that they have that side of their creative side as well. So I really like to explore that with them as well.
Okay. And before we get ready to go to break, I think we have enough time maybe to start at least talking about your distance learning program.
Yes, exactly. We have an online distance learning program, and it allows current students or students that aren't physical day students that can enroll. If you want to take an extra class for enrichment, or if you need to make up a class, you can enroll, and it's basically an online distance learning program is what it is. Okay. So we can individualize instruction if we need to. If you're missing a class, or if you want to make an extra class for enrichment, you can. So it's an online distance learning program, and so it's unique to us because we can offer specialized learning if that's something that you need or would like. So in the summer, if you want enrichment, if you want specialized instruction in different areas, we offer also advanced placement classes. Both in the day, we have advanced English composition, we have advanced U.S. history, and then we also have some other advanced placement classes in our distance learning program as well. So it's a unique program that we think is very helpful for students if that's something that they're looking for.
Okay, and so you said you offer this to students who are not actually enrolled in your school now. So say, for instance, if you are enrolled in a public school and you would like a class in anatomy and it's being offered in the summer, then you can sign up for that class. Exactly,
yes. If you needed to make up a credit, or if you wanted an enrichment class, you could come and just take that in the summer, or you could take it concurrently during the school year if you wanted to. So it's a unique way to enrich a student or remediate if they needed to, quite frankly. So it's a very unique program that gives us a lot of flexibility to help and individualized instruction for a student.
Okay, yeah, that is something that I think a lot of people may need to know about, because it is helpful for those high school students, especially who may need to make up a course. This is an opportunity for them to be able to do that.
Because it's distance learning based, you don't have to be in the building to do it if you have access to a computer and the parameters that the software and hardware that need to run it. If you're not physically in the building, you can remote access into it. So it's really neat. A neat way to utilize technology, because we're all about technology. We have to be moving into the 21st century.
Right. Okay, well, it's time for us to go to break, and when we come back, then we're going to find out more information about St. Joseph's Catholic School. We'll be right back on UAPB Currents.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all working with United Way for a million little reasons. The kids of our communities, to ensure their academic success all the way to graduation day. You see, it takes about 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a kid becoming one or the other could be a professional athlete, or it could be you. Studies showed the earlier we get to kids, the better their chances. So become a United Way volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, and make a difference in the life of a child, for the life of that child.
Give. Advocate.
Volunteer. Live united. Join your favorite NFL players. Take the pledge. Go to unitedway.org.
So you can't save money? That's easy as pie. Brown bag your lunch instead of going out. $6 save times 5 days a week times 10 years is $21,000. That's a lot of letters. Small changes today, big bucks tomorrow. Feedthepig.org.
Welcome back to UAPB Currents, and again we're joined by Mrs. Alex Pritchett, who is the principal at St. Joseph's Catholic School, and we've been moving right along and enjoying having this interview with you. Now, to end our little talk about the students, what is the percentage of students that you all graduate that pursue higher education, and what are some of the courses of study and programs that they pursue?
Our graduation rate is between 98 and 100%. Last year it was 100%.
Okay.
And they study a variety of courses, pre-law, pre-med, engineering, higher education, business, military. We have someone working for us right now that's actually pre-law.
Okay.
So there's just a variety of things that they go on to and are very successful about. So like I said before, we're preparing scholars for the 21st century. That's kind of our motto in the Catholic tradition, you know, quality education in the Catholic tradition. So we know that we provide a great education for whatever post-secondary setting that they choose, whether it's workforce or college, and we know that they're successful in it.
All right. Now, while I know you are a college preparatory school, do you have any career or vocational classes that you all?
Well, we don't have any classes offered at our school. You mean like shop or those kind of things? We don't offer any of those at our school, no, because we are a college preparatory school. But I do believe we give them skills necessary that if they were to choose that, I think they could go right into that and be successful, because we know not every student is going to be ready if they choose to go into college, and if they're not, we're going to give them skills to go into the workforce if they choose that.
Right.
But we know we are a college preparatory school, and we're going to give them the skills ready to go into college if they choose that, and if they choose to wait a year or have a family or go into just the workforce, then they're going to have those skills necessary because they've worked with the community, they've worked with, you know, employers. We're giving them those communication skills and those interpersonal skills. So they're going to have the skills necessary all the way around to be successful in whatever setting they choose post-secondary.
Right, and I believe that in education, the most important skills that you're going to need are communication and critical thinking. So,
well, and
if you have that,
exactly, we're going to give them everything they need to be successful in whatever environment they choose.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit about Catholic Schools Week. What is Catholic Schools Week, and how does it impact the students at your school?
Well, Catholic Schools Week is a national week that is set aside to just celebrate the tradition of excellence in Catholic education, and it's currently this week. Okay. So we're doing a lot of celebrations every day. We have a different theme. Yesterday was Dress for Success. Today they have on different colors. Tomorrow we have a retreat at St. Joseph Parish. So we're doing different things every day just to celebrate Catholic Schools Week and the excellence in education that we currently experience, and we know that we will carry on. Today we have a quiz bowl tournament at the end of the day for parents to come in. Monday we had a lunch at the flagpole. It was raining, so we did it inside, but we had a prayer service for the parents to come in. So every day we're doing something different to kind of symbolize and help honor that tradition. So we're just celebrating little successes that we can do to show our students and our parents how proud we are of them, and to continue that excellence in Catholic education.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, one of the questions that I wanted to ask you, because now you are the principal over the school, and that's 5th through 12th grade. And now, how difficult or easy is it as a challenge for you being an administrator over children ages 5th grade are what, 10, 11 years old to 18?
Well, you have challenges and successes every day, and I do believe in my heart of hearts that this is truly a blessing to be here, and it's been a great reward from God to be blessed with this job. You have a challenge every day, I know. One of the things I definitely miss about being an administrator is being with the kids every day. I was a classroom teacher before I became an administrator, and you definitely miss getting to see the kids every day and being around them. But I definitely am rewarded every single day. There's something that you laugh about, you see, you experience, you know. But probably the biggest challenge is just not being with them every day. You're kind of in an office, you have to push papers a lot, you know, just do that kind of, that mundane stuff every day. But you definitely miss the kids. But there are far more rewards then there are challenges, and you know, being in this kind of environment. So I thank God every day that He's brought me down here. I have far more been blessed than I have anything else in this environment. It truly has been a blessing to be here.
Okay, great. Now, your theme for this year is the Year of Faith. And what is the significance of that theme as it relates to your school?
Well, the USCCB, the Catholic Association of Bishops, has designated the Year of Faith, and so for our school we picked Voyage of Faith specifically as our theme. And so with that, we really feel that we're on a voyage. We know that there's ups and downs, you know, with the waves and everything, but we really feel we're on a voyage this year, and we have been. God truly has been alive at our school and has seen us through from the beginning to the end. And so we know that we're called to be faithful, and we have been, and He has kept us open, and He's going to continue to keep us open if He sees fit. And so with that, we're excited about what's been going on. That's why we're here telling everybody about kind of our successes and what's going on and what we're doing. So we truly believe we're on a voyage, and we're just onward and upward. And that's kind of the tag of the Year of Faith of what's been going on. So we're excited, and we're just letting everybody know it.
Okay. Now, before we go, tell everybody a little bit again about the admissions and interview process, and specifically numbers and websites, how they can get in contact with you if they want to be a part of St. Joseph's Catholic School. And remember that it's not just if you want to be a full-time student in the school, but if you need that distance learning program, which is an awesome thing that you guys are doing.
Yeah, if you want any information about registration or any of that, if you want to call, the school's main number is 870-540-0413, and you can talk to the secretary or myself, or you can go on our website. It's www.sjcpinebluff.com, and it's very easy. There's information on the side that talks about registration and all of those things. It's super easy to get all of that information. You click on the different forms, and it shows you. It's very easy to get on all of that. So you can either call us and ask us, or you can go on our website. It's very easy to get that information. So we welcome everyone to come and join the pack via Husky and come and find out information about us. We would love that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming and joining us today and telling the community about St. Joseph's Catholic School and all about your spirit and the things that you all have to offer. And I wish you all continued success in your Year of Faith and beyond.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
All right. And we will see you next time on UAPB Currents.